So you would have clicked on this video because you want to learn how to manage your time properly and use it more productively after school as a student. Well, that's exactly what I'm going to go over in today's video. I'm going to be going over my top 7 tips for high school students struggling with their time management. Tip number 1 in managing your time properly and being more productive after school is going to be get your priorities straight and set some real life goals. What I want you to do before you start anything, I want you to write down your top 10 goals that you have right now that you would like to achieve. Now these can be either short-term goals, long-term goals. It doesn't matter if it's going to take a week for you to achieve them or if it's going to take a year for you to achieve them. It can be a mix of both. I just want you to write down your top 10 goals. From here, I want you to look over an average day in your life and see what tasks you are actually prioritizing. Are you prioritizing exercise, or are you prioritizing watching Netflix or procrastinating? What do you prioritize in an average day in your life? Now, I want you to compare your goals that you just wrote down to an average day in your life, and do they align with each other, and say, I'm doing this in my daily routine so that I can eventually achieve this and live this kind of lifestyle. Your daily routine eventually becomes what you are and who you are. But for the most of you, I'm guessing that you clicked on this video because your goals don't line up with your daily routine. Now you need to sort out your daily priorities and your daily habits in order to make some progress towards your goals. I want you to remember that we become what we repeatedly do. Our daily routine turns us into who we are. Tip number 2 for being more productive after school is to plan out your day. Even if you don't want to write down every single thing that you do in your day, like eating or just the basic tasks that just come naturally, I just want you to write down the top 2 to 3 tasks that you have that are really important for you to get done in that day. And this is what works really well for me. I just use the Notes app on my phone. I just write down my top 2 to 3 tasks that are super important for me to get done that day after school. Just stick to writing down the most important tasks that you need to get done in that day, and that will give you the most value when you're trying to achieve your goals. And you could even start planning ahead if you know you have a lot of things on your mind and you just want to get it out and down on some piece of paper so that you can visualize it. I would recommend writing down, Monday, I need to do this. Tuesday, I need to do this, and so on. You need to write down your daily tasks that are super important for you to get done to start achieving your goals so that you don't feel overwhelmed or stressed, and that you can actually start to see it on paper or on your phone. Tip number 3 is to make your life busy. I have talked about this on this channel before, but when you are busy, you generally don't have time for any distractions. If you have to be somewhere, you don't have time to procrastinate. You just have to get there and get there on time. Like, you don't have time to do anything else. And I want you to continually involve yourself in daily tasks that are going to help you make progress towards your goals and benefit you in the future. If you can give up what you want now for what you ultimately want, you will see success. Tip number 4 is to have a reason behind what you're doing. Do you have a reason behind why you are doing what you're doing on a daily basis? Wasting time, procrastinating, all of these things, do you have a reason why you are actually doing them? I just want you to think to yourself before you go and do that every single time, why am I actually doing this? What reason am I scrolling on TikTok? Am I going to watch Netflix? What is the main reason that I'm going to do it? Whereas if you go to the gym, you at least have a purpose behind why you're going to the gym. You're trying to get fit. You're trying to improve yourself. The next time you go ahead and want to procrastinate, I want you to think, why is that thought popping into my head? Why do I want to make this choice? And what am I going to get out of it? These questions should make you think, well, it's not going to give me any benefit, so why am I doing it? You need to find out why you are doing it. Is it just because you don't want to do the other option? You don't want to do your homework. You don't want to do what's hard in that moment. Tip number 5 is to figure out how you are currently spending your time. Once you figure out on what you are spending your time on, you can figure out what areas of time that you are wasting and how you can improve them. What I want you to do is, for one day in your life, I want you to write out exactly what you do in 30-minute blocks. So from when you wake up to the next half an hour period, what do you do in that time span? Then from that period, I want you to write down what you do in the next one. So say you wake up at 6. 6 to 6:30, what are you doing with that time? 6:30 to 7, what are you doing with that time? I want you to write down exactly what you do in every single 30-minute period throughout the day. From here, you will be able to recognize exactly what is going wrong and how you can improve and make your tasks more productive. You can now replace those time-wasting tasks with tasks that are going to help you be productive and make progress towards your goals. So after doing this, you now have a step-by-step planner for every single day in your week in 30-minute blocking periods. If you need further guidance on this, I'm going to link a link down in the description for a tutorial that I found online that shows you exactly how to do this. Tip number 6 is to take care of yourself. Getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night is vital for your productivity the next day. If you stay up to 2 a.m. every single night, you're going to be burning yourself out for the next day. You're not going to wake up until at least 9 a.m. Half of your morning's already gone. You're going to be wasting that time and it's not going to be good for your progress. You need to start eating the right foods so that you can get sufficient energy to do the things that you need to do to make progress. Things like fruits and vegetables can be a replacement for things like lollies and chips. Start eating quality meats and fresh produce instead of all the junk food that you might get throughout the week. Having a shower every day is vital for your skin. Wash your hair, wash your face, and just keep your body clean. The key to taking care of yourself, physically especially, is to have a balanced life. You don't have to be strict the whole time, but you do need to be strict on some things that aren't going to benefit you and have a balance in your life so that you can still enjoy it, but you're also living a healthy life. Just put in the hard work now so that you can benefit from it in the future. You don't have to eat healthy every single day of the week. You can stay up late once in a while. It doesn't really matter if you do it once every so often. It's about creating balance and about balancing out the healthy and the unhealthy so that you can enjoy life. It's not just you fighting your urges to do unproductive things. And finally, tip number 7 is to start creating the life that you want. You are going to have to start making specific sacrifices to start living the life that you want, but that doesn't mean that you have to be miserable along the journey. You have to be able to enjoy the journey just as much as the finish line. Think of it like a video game. When you're playing that video game, all you want to be is be the best at that game. You want to be able at the top level, the best at the game, and you don't want to go through all the hard stuff by building up your levels and your experience in that game. You just want to be at the top as fast as you can. And some people spend money on it, or others try and cheat the game by obviously spending money so they can fast track their progress. But when you're creating the life that you want, you can't do that. You can't spend money on it. You cannot cheat and fast track your progress. You have to put in the hard work at the start so that you can be at the top. However, when you are at the top, all you want to be is grinding it out again because it's no fun at the top. You need to enjoy the journey so that you can enjoy the top and enjoy the hard work that you've put in. Building upon your habits and pushing yourself to the limits so that you can use your time efficiently and not always do what you want to do, but do what you need to do. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching until here. If you did get value from this video, I encourage you to go down and hit the subscribe button because I create videos about helping young teens and young students with their life and building the life that they want so that they can benefit from it in the future. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. See you later.